Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I am George. We're all George. So tonight I want to talk about why these specific altcoins are pumping, and I'm talking about XRP, Dogecoin, and Vechain. They are pumping up to the moon, and I'm going to explain why, and also cover and give you the latest update on Coinbase and their IPO and what they're set to open at. So thanks for tuning in. As always, smash the like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. 2 streams every day, 11:30 and 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. So make sure you hit that notification bell and follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. All right, guys, let's do this. Those of you guys that are already here, welcome. Let me change my screen. Here we go. So starting with Bitcoin. Still about the same, 63,240, so that's not a bad thing. Obviously, we pumped up this morning, and it's kind of just hovering, but you can see it's going slowly up. A lot of people's wondering what is going to happen tomorrow, right? Tomorrow's obviously the big day, the very big day, and you know what? There's a reference price already. So Coinbase gets a reference price of $250 per share from NASDAQ ahead. So I've heard, because it's a direct listing, they're not going to sell these shares right away, right at market open. In fact, they're going to just kind of release it towards the afternoon or noon or afternoon. And we'll see. With $250 per share, that would give the company a valuation about $65 million. $65 billion, which is quite a lot. But many are anticipating that it's going to go much higher than that. Remember, 100 billion has been thrown around, right? But can it go even higher? Well, take a look. There is a tokenized stock already that's based on Coinbase and their pre-IPO, and it is at $600 right now. This is what people are anticipating. Yeah, that Coinbase is going to be at tomorrow. That is insane. So what does that mean? What if Coinbase does go to 600? What kind of valuation would that be? Well, you do 600 divided by 250, 2.4 times 65.3. Yes, I'm doing some Asian math. That would give Coinbase $156 billion. That would make them a $156 billion company. And if you compare that to some of the largest banks in the world, 156 billion would make it bigger than Bank of China and also bigger than Citigroup. So instantly it becomes one of the biggest banks, although it's not a bank, I know, but I'm just making a reference. If Coinbase was a bank, it would instantly be one of the top banks of the world already. So it would be right under Wells Fargo, and then you could see Bank of America and JP Morgan Chase, and maybe in the near future, it's going to be bigger than all of them, right? Yeah, it's insane. It's insane what's going on right now. So that is why tomorrow is such a big day. Every single person is talking about it. Obviously, there's been some big IPOs like Spotify, Slack, Palantir, Asana, Roblox, DoorDash, and others. But Coinbase, I think it's going to be the biggest of them all, by far. And you know what? There's a lot of excitement. That's why Bitcoin's going up, and we'll see the exchange tokens. They have been going up quite a bit. But going to these 3 altcoins I want to talk about, let's just do a quick update. If you look at overall CMC, you know, the market is exploding, right? 2.2 trillion. So about the same as this morning, but went a little bit higher. And BTC dominance went down a little bit, right? So obviously there's been a lot of movement, but you can see XRP is still up for 22% today, which is a lot, especially for a big cap, right? So you have XRP, but obviously you have a lot of movers today, but I want to concentrate on XRP. Also, I have to talk about Dogecoin, which is up. It just went up 55%. Insane. And Dogecoin is now a big cap at $14.2 billion. And one project that I really, really like, have supported for a long time. And they are also now a big cap, and that is Vechain. That has gone up 19% today or 18% today, and they are sitting at $10.2 billion. So the market cap is just growing and growing and growing. But back upon a time, a big cap at 10 plus billion, there will be maybe like 5 coins. Now you're looking at all the way down to 18 coins. That's a big cap, and pretty soon Wrap Bitcoin, even though that's just a synthetic token, but I guess I don't count that. But you have EOS and Solana and Caitlin and IOTA, and Terra and all these guys, they're coming up. Man, things are just moving really wild. Okay, so first, let's start. I think I missed some super chats before they disappear. I want to look at them really quick. Teak9 has made over 100K on Dogecoin, ready to the moon. Congratulations. That means you could tip me. Tonight, I put a tip. The larger super chat, the more it pumps Doge. Kidding. Or am I? Mark asked about, hey, benchmark advertising on your feed. Do you like the Mark coin? I don't recall. I did talk about them recently. They became a channel sponsor, at least for the next month. And I will be covering their news going forward, at least until they decide they don't want to renew anymore. But anyways, so let's go to XRP. So XRP obviously been shooting up and up and up and up, and that's because the XRP army is just super strong. They don't care. They don't care that SEC is suing them or suing Ripple. They don't care that SEC is suing Brad and Chris Larson for selling securities and making hundreds of millions off of those security sales. No, they don't really care. They just care about if Ripple is going to win this lawsuit. And recently, there's been a lot more news about that. So today, you know what? This came out that SEC's request to seek years of financial record from Ripple executives, and yes, I'm talking about Brad and Chris Larson. And this, to many, is a big win. And in fact, if you look at this is a pretty significant win, because one of the things that SEC was trying to prove is that Brad and Chris, they profited handsomely off of XRP over the years, which they did, but they were trying to prove that. And without financial records from these executives, they can't really target them anymore. So basically, that portion of the suit kind of goes away. So this has XRP fans cheering. So obviously this is the reason why. But even a few weeks back, there was something else about that where Ripple basically asked to see SEC's definition of what's a security and what's not, and SEC did not want to show them that, but they won that case as well, and they were granted to look at that. So that also helps. So bottom line is Ripple right now is going up and up and up because a lot of people think that this lawsuit will be over sooner than later. I think they're going to settle, but still, it could be sooner than what most people anticipate, right? So that is the reason why XRP is going up, and of course, the entire market cap is going up. Everything is going up, right? So it kind of makes sense. Kind of made sense, right? And we know when XRP really, really pumps, I mean, it could go on insane pumps, ones that you would not believe in, including the ultimate one from 2018 when XRP shot up to $3.88 and at that time commanded a higher market cap than even Bitcoin. That's how insane the pumps can be for XRP. So yeah, there you go. That's XRP in a nutshell, why they're pumping. Okay, next one. Really simple. And that's Dogecoin. They went up 52% today. 52%. They had a 7 billion market cap yesterday. Now they're at 14.2 billion. And is there any good reason for it? Is there anything? No, there's none. There's not even an Elon pump There's nothing. Elon is quiet about Dogecoin. There's absolutely nothing that explains why Dogecoin went up 50%, other than the fact that Wall Street bets or traders, just crypto enthusiasts that are really, really excited about, today's pump, tomorrow's Coinbase IPO, and they decided to just go all out with Dogecoin. That's the only thing that would explain it. I don't know. I don't know. This morning I posed a question. Since XRP is a big cap and it pumps up so much, right? Is it irresponsible to not hold XRP in your portfolio, right? And I made that conclusion a few days ago. I'm like, yeah, it is irresponsible. So I think it is a good time, or it is a good idea to add some XRP to your portfolio. It doesn't mean you go all in, but to add some, yeah. And I caved in on that. And this morning I posed the same question. Dogecoin is now a big cap. Is it irresponsible to not have some Dogecoin inside your portfolio? And that, a lot of people disagreed. A lot of people still will disagree to, even if Dogecoin is at number 5 or number 2, but still, and it just kept going and going and going. And I'm going to leave that question up to you guys, whether or not at this point, being at 14 billion, almost in the top 10, and it keeps going, it's going to flip into the top 10. It could flip Chainlink very, very fast, and it could flip Litecoin, and it could flip possibly even Uniswap if it keeps going, right? So at this point, is it irresponsible not to have some Doge in your portfolio? I'll leave it up to you guys to decide. It's just insane. It's just insane. All right, lastly, going down 5 spots, let's talk about Vechain. And Vechain is one project that I never objected to. I've always loved. I've always said they're going to be a top 10 coin because they have just so much going on. They have a working product. They have multi-billion dollar corporations that's signed up, that's already utilizing them. And I've always said that when China is ready to go all out with their digital yuan and open up their economy to crypto, there's going to be so much money flowing into these Chinese-based companies, especially like Vechain, that has very close ties to the government. So they will be on top of the world. And now people are paying attention. And finally, they are moving, and they're a big cap already. So, but what's driving today? I unfortunately, I just closed it, so I have to reopen it here. But there is good explanation. Here we go. There's a lot of talk about gas fees with Ethereum. Well, look at this. Vechain implemented a base gas fee, base gas price. Sorry, I can't talk tonight. Base gas price reduction on Vechain Thor mainnet today. Transactions on Vechain are now 99% cheaper for all stakeholders. Enjoy much cheaper transactions and come build your project and dApp on Vet blockchain now. 99% cheaper. That is insane. Insane, right? So this is why Vechain is going up, because all this commotion, right, about gas fees and transactions being slow and this and that, Vechain does not have that problem. They do not have that problem one bit. So there's actually good reason why Vechain is going up today. And I do think that they're going to continue. There's a lot more people paying attention to them now, right? And they are also a smart contract project, which is very hot these days. So they could definitely continue. And you know what? They may follow in the footsteps of Dogecoin and continue upwards and push into the top 10 in the near future. And I hope that happens. Man, I have a stuffy nose. That's pretty much it. I mean, Bitcoin just looks like it's ready to pop. It just looks like it's really gearing and ready to pop up, where you could see it's forming higher lows and to an extent higher highs, right? So tomorrow morning, we can see Bitcoin at 65, 66, 70,000, right in time for the IPO. And it's going to be marvelous. And that's my opinion. And 60% of the time, I'm right all the time. So keep that in mind. All right, that is it. So I'll turn to you guys for some Q&A. And appreciate a very large super chat. There's no need for you, but I appreciate it. Teak9 asks, BCH being pumped too. You know, all these clones, these Bitcoin clones, they're pumping because people simply don't know any better. They think Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin Gold and Bitcoin anything is Bitcoin. They're not. They're not. So this is why I hate forks of Bitcoin. They're just diluting the name, and that's the only reason why they're pumping. Someone asked earlier about Kyber. I think Kyber's okay. I think it's okay. They're kind of like a hybrid DEX. Very easy to use hybrid DEX. A little bit different than some of the others, so they're okay. They're okay. Philip Cole, thank you. No question with that big super chat. Remember, all super chats goes towards pumping Dogecoin tonight. I don't have my... I ran out of White Claws. I've been drinking so many White Claws, so now I have to settle for Heineken. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of any Bitcoin forks, so Waxman, that should answer your question. I got my shots, Ian. I got my shots, so I'm not worried about that. What else is there? Release Charles Hoskinson's GitHub account. What does that mean, Matt? I know you were trying to spread some FUD there. I don't know if it's legit FUD or not. And Pork Roll, I did ask, and they said no, they're not sponsoring anyone right now, and that's their loss. Why is VThor not pumping? Well, unfortunately, I think this actually makes VThor a little bit less, because VThor is basically used for transactions, and you know what? I don't know if that's exactly true, but I was reading in comments, and people were saying this is gonna make VThor more worthless. I don't know if that's true. I know that VThor is inflationary, VET is not. And VThor gets created based on how much VET is in existence. But I gotta find a relationship in terms of, like, you know, paying gas fees and stuff and how that translates. So I'll get back to you on that. Hold on a second. All right, I'm back. How? Hellcat, I'm glad you tried. Pancake swap alternative. I'm wondering if small cap coins in a safe space. You know what? You know, I used to be a big supporter of Bakery Swap too, which is a smaller AMM compared to Pancake Swap. But right now, I don't think it's time to look at smaller AMMs. They're just not taking off. Now it's the big boys like Uniswap and Pancake Swap. They're doing very well, but all the other ones, they're struggling. So right now, I don't think it's time to look at these smaller AMMs. When will Chainlink take off? It should be number 3. I'm not so sure. I don't agree with that. It's in the top 10, so that's where it belongs, and it is doing very well. I'm not sure it's going to pump up to number 3. It's definitely necessary, but it's not a smart contract play. You notice almost everything here is something to do with smart contracts, right? LPT is being hoarded by Grayscale, but it is their own coin, not on big exchanges. Is it a good bet? Probably not, because if it's not on big exchanges, it's not going to be bought, so no one's going to buy them. What is MTV? That's multi-vac, right? Yeah, multi-vac. I don't know. It's it got pumped up a lot, so I'm not gonna look at that. But it's a promising. Last time I looked at it, it's a promising blockchain. You know, focus on smart contracts and DeFi. You know, but yeah. Why did I trade back to 1? Well, Hellcat, you said it was go pump. I heard you. How high can Tron go? How high will Tron go? This is crazy. Do you think it'll keep going? I don't know. Tron is one of those ones that could get really, really hot and then get really, really cold really fast. So I don't know what's going on with Tron, like in terms of ecosystem. So it can definitely pump, just like XRP. It could pump up to the moon, but you know what? I'd be careful. What do you think about SafeMoon? Phil, here's my response. If you didn't super chat me, I probably would have banned you from the channel. So that's the honest truth. So that's how I feel about it. David, big super chat. Seems like Coinbase coins could take off and newbies flock to Coinbase. That has been happening. That's the Coinbase effect. Every time something gets listed, it shoots up because all the newbies that are on Coinbase, and they're like, oh, what is this? And they see a coin and they buy it without knowing what it is. So yeah, it definitely has an effect. It has a big effect. Got my George coins. Good job, Ron. Appreciate it. How's Litecoin looking? Still looks like a fork of Bitcoin. Ryan says OGN had a lot of good news over the week. NFT drops. Okay. Deal with Google, although that deal with Google is more like they're just storage. So be careful with that. Coinbase price went from 339 to 235. Again, I think it's because there's just too many NFTs. Honestly, there's too many NFT marketplaces. There's too many NFT games and creators, and it's diluting the space. And OGN is in that space. So unfortunately, I think that's the reason. All right, you guys are sending a lot of super chats here. Hopefully I don't miss anything here. Another person would ask, "When Orange or Orion protocol down, only 100 supply. Do you see them in a few months?" I think they're doing good, and obviously being added on Coinbase is huge. And they have a lot of NFT traction. I think just give it a time. I think they can definitely come back. Give them time. I think they're still a good project. Brian asked about Engine. Engine, unfortunately, I don't know why. Again, it could be NFT exhaustion. After being added on Coinbase, I thought it would have more traction. I mean, it's not too bad. It's still up 31% for the week, but they really can't break above $3 at this point. But, if anyone can, it's Engine because they have so much going for them right now. Boson Protocol, I kind of looked at it yesterday. I haven't done a deep dive yet, so can't really tell you. What's up with Harmony? I'm wondering that myself. Harmony has been trending down for quite some time. I mean, obviously they shot up really fast. Now they're kind of slowly coming down. There was some FUD with Harmony with their April Fool's joke. But, I still think it's a good project. I think they have a lot of potential, so I still think it's a long-term hold. B-Pro is an amazing project. Do you see reaching 50 cents this year? It's a little too early to make that call, but I do think B-Pro has potential, and I think the leadership has potential too. Thoughts on stock tokens? I don't like them. I don't like it. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense to me. Refinance? No, too much controversy, too much shilling. How do you feel about staking CRO? Why not? Why not? If you have a bunch of CRO, why not stake, right? Why not stake? Keeper 3 would say potential newly, I don't know what Keeper 3 is. God, if I could spell. KP3 version 1. Is this right? Yeah. Nah, I have no idea. No idea what that is. No idea, sorry. Have you read the warning from IROC to exchanges? How affect the Canadians? I have not. I have no idea what you're talking about. And I don't know how it's going to affect Canadians. Canadians, are just a different type of people. They're like beast-like, It's things just don't hit Canadians the same way. WCRES. Wrapped Cresco Fin. First of all, I don't know what that project is and why. Second of all, you need to wrap it. But I'm gonna tell you, I'm probably not gonna like it. Replacing core banking with code. Okay. Earn more, risk less. We're disrupting core banking. No, no. All right, what else is there? Byron asks, "Hey George, I've been out of the scene for a bit, starting to get caught up. I'm ready to make a move on picking up some altcoins. Which ones are you thinking?" Well, I can't tell you that. You got to rewatch my videos, man. Go back like a month. I've covered so many altcoins and so many good ones. You know, exchange tokens, NFTs, DeFi, smart contract plays. There's just so many. So many. So there is a lot to get caught up on, but you could do it. Rewatch my old videos. And how much longer do you think the BTC run will last? I think it could be a super cycle and never ends. So the institutions are changing the game. It's not like before. It's not like before at all. But we'll see. We'll see at the end of the year whether things change. Thoughts on Theta and rumors, different array of rumors, long-term thoughts. There's too many questions there, but I like Theta. I like Theta. They've been holding in the top, top 15 as a big cap, but they haven't really moved recently, and that's because they've gone up quite a bit. So, but I think for decentralized streaming, a streaming platform, they're the biggest, and they're getting involved with a lot of things. Their next mainnet will include a big portion of that will be dedicated to NFTs, and they got so much stuff. So much stuff. Is 1inch unique compared to alternatives? It's an aggregator. The best way to think about it's an aggregator. That's quite simply it. What else is there? What do you think of Radical? Free your code, a peer-to-peer stack for building software together. Oh, this is like GitHub. This is a decentralized GitHub. I don't know. You tell me. If you're a programmer, if you're programmers, is there something wrong with GitHub? Do you need a decentralized version of it? If there is something that this could improve upon, then maybe, but I don't know. I don't know what it improves upon. Thoughts on Bunny and SFI? Well, Bunny is needed, right, for Pancake. So it's integrated. It's like liquidity. It's a way to provide liquidity for Pancake Swap. So it's needed. It's needed. But if you were investing, I would still say go with Pancake Swap. And I don't know what Saffron. Yeah. No opinions on it. Carl says you were right about VET. Thanks. Don't want to take profits because I think it has so much more. Safe to just hold a couple years to take profit. Again, it depends on what happens at the end of the year. If there's a super cycle, then alts, including VET, will continue to do very well. And if what I think is going to happen happens, which is China opens up crypto buying for their own citizens, and you can only buy Chinese-based projects, guess what they're going to buy? They're going to buy VeChain. And they're going to keep buying VeChain. So if that also happens, man, it could go to the moon. It could go to the moon. Joseph asks, is Doge a realistic buy? Do you believe in it? Doge, like many, I've avoided it for the longest time because it is a meme coin with practically no use. But now there's some use where you could buy things with it. But like I said about XRP, even though I didn't like it, it's kind of irresponsible not to have a little bit in your portfolio now, especially since it's a big cap. See, when it comes to small caps and mid caps, if you don't have them, it's fine. There's a million to choose from. But in terms of big caps, they're so there's a select few, right? And you could be a little bit more diverse with your big caps. So I think XRP and now even Doge, it's hard to ignore them. It's really hard to ignore them because they are two of the most pumpable big caps there is right now. If you think about it, they definitely move faster than everyone else, with the exception of Binance Coin, because Binance Coin, when they move, they really move too. So hopefully that answers your question. What do you think about TLM? I don't know what TLM is. Alien Worlds, yes I do. Another one of those game, NFT gaming type things. There's so many. So I'm not very excited about these new NFT projects. I know I get asked all the time. There's another NFT yield farming, another NFT game, another NFT marketplace. And I tend to ignore them all right now because there's too many. There's too many that's coming into this space. And Alien Worlds is another one too. Laura, you have to rewind. You have to rewind what I said about Canadians. One thing you got to give to the Doge team is they are taking it serious. They are making it secure. They're not, even though it is seen as a meme coin, they're taking security pretty seriously. They really care about the network, except Jackson Palmer, who left the company or left the project years ago, and he probably regrets it immensely now. Thoughts on SparkPoint? Promising financial ecosystem, but it's based in Southeast Asia, so that could limit them a little bit. Wax and Tops NLB. I know Tops is trying to get into NFTs. I don't know if they formed a partnership with Wax though, but I think Wax is good too. I mean, they're backed by Mike Novogratz, so. What do you think about WAN Chain, Distributed Ledger? I started looking into WAN Chain. I actually I did a video about them on Patreon today. I think they have promise. They kind of revitalized themselves from from a supply chain space to a complete DeFi thing. So could be good. 500,000 Doge bought under 1.5 cents. You know what? It might be true. It might be true that that you could buy a Tesla soon with Doge, and then you can't say there's no use for it. Elon will send his actual rocket with actual Doge tomorrow. That's why Dogecoin is pumping. By the way, thanks for your streams. I don't know if that's true or not, but I'll just accept it as truth. But it really sounds like that's not true, but appreciate it. What else is there? Are you a fan of Woo Trade? No, I'm not. I have nothing against it. I just don't like their webpage where they claim that you can save all these fees if you trade millions of dollars. Okay, how realistic is that? How many people actually trade millions of dollars? So Hellcat's Bitcoin bags are very heavy. Mine pretty heavy too. So heavy, in fact, I started looking for a studio, and I'm trying to expand this channel and broaden my horizons and try to get someone to help me, So hopefully that comes sooner than later. Anything else? Hopefully, those of you guys that joined late, hopefully you guys rewinded and listened to the reasons why XRP is pumping, Dogecoin is pumping, and Vechain. Yeah. All right. Anything else? Are you a fan of Wabi? Man, I'm like the first one to cover Wabi. I don't think anyone else covered Wabi back in 2017. I'm still hopeful for them. I don't quite know what they're doing. Hopefully they can come back, but yeah, I'm rooting for them at this point. Thoughts on Arweave? I like Arweave as a storage play. I think Arweave is the best and has the most potential. They're the backbone for Solana, and Solana has a lot of dApps, right? And they're utilizing Arweave. BiFi, I don't know what it is. Beefy doesn't sound very good. And anything that ends in .finance, I'm traditionally not a fan of. Okay, Hellcat, you do that. All right. That's pretty much it. I'll let you guys go. I don't want to stream too long. Anyways, Bitcoin is still on its upward trajectory right now, slowly but surely. And tomorrow it could be crazy. Coinbase gets a reference price of $250, but it could go much higher than that. The pre-IPO tokenized stock is already at 600, and if that happens, if Coinbase gets 150 billion evaluation based on their stock tomorrow, man, tomorrow's market is gonna rally hard, and it's gonna go up as high and as fast as Elon's rockets to Mars, man. So I'm looking forward to it. But anyways, in the meantime, hopefully you guys enjoyed and learned a little bit about XRP, Doge, and Vechain. So I think at this point it is actually irresponsible not to have some XRP and Doge in your big cap portion of your portfolio. Yeah. So, and also Vechain, you could have a very large portion of your big cap portfolio in Vechain. Yeah, it's just funny. Again, it's funny that everything is now a big cap. You know, when I used to say big cap, it really just included Ethereum and Cardano and Polkadot, and that was pretty much it. Now you have like 18, almost 20 coins to choose from. It's definitely very different. That's why I've always said, don't always concentrate on ultra small micro caps thinking that they're the only ones going to move. Small caps and mid caps, they have tremendous gains. Even the big caps still have tremendous gains to be had. The potential is just enormous. All right, guys, that is it. Thanks for tuning in. As always, smash the like, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, 11:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. All right, have a good one, guys.